Okay, we're on day 7, so it's an odd day, so we're going to be standing. I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on some semi-lunges, but right now I'm just warming us up and I'm just moving my hips side to side in an exaggerated movement. And then I'm going to start turning my head toward the way that I am moving. Remember that we are keeping our pelvic floor muscles tightened and our core and our glute muscles. Keep that in mind throughout this whole series. You will see a big difference in your muscles and how you learn to engage them. I'm holding it to one side, but you have to learn how to engage your muscles while you are working out. So I'm looking the other way. It's a really good awareness series too, because you're going to be more aware of your muscles and what muscles you're working, and to really concentrate on that. That's why it's a mental move. See, I'm doing my pose, but I'm just coming to the side and then I'm holding as tight as I can. I'm just twisting over to the side and I'm holding that. Keep all the muscles engaged in your lower body and your core. Now we're going to hold that. Okay, I'm switching to the other side. No, I'm not waving. And I'm holding it tight. I'm doing everything exaggerated and I'm just holding as tight as I can. We want to engage your core, your glutes, and your pelvic floor. We want to strengthen the pelvic floor. That is our goal. This will help with a lot of issues that you could have, or it can prevent you from having them. Holding the pose, holding the pose. Okay, I'm doing a semi-lunge. I don't want to go too deep because I just don't know. Everybody's rebounder is not as big as mine. I have the big one. But I'm tucking. And it challenges your balance a lot more when you're in the lunge position on the rebounder. And I found that I teetered a little bit, but then I had to get it under control, and it really helped having my muscles engaged. now I'm going to go down and hold that, and I'm tucking. I'm tucking in, and I'm holding everything in. I'm holding as tightly as I can while I'm holding that position. Now we're going to go to the other side. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm in a side, call it a semi-lunge. So we're going to be tucking and doing the same thing. See, I had to get my balance a little bit. Sometimes you just have to adjust yourself just so. It's a very subtle it's a very subtle abdominal tuck and a glute tuck, which is going to be tucking in your pelvic floor too. Okay, I'm going to be putting my front foot behind my back foot, but parallel. They're like, what? It's going to be right behind. That's going to challenge your stability because, like I said before, the closer your feet are together, the harder it will be. And I'm just swinging my hips side to side. But actually, if you have your feet like I do, or we do right now, with one behind the other, it's even more unstable and more challenging when you do these kind of moves. I'm going to take full advantage of the rebounder while I'm filming these workouts. It's going to really challenge your muscles in a way they've never been challenged before. I'm even challenging myself in ways I've never been challenged before. Okay, now on the other side, we're going to put the front foot behind the back foot, and then I'm doing tucks. I'm just tucking it forward. Doing the tuck forward. I'm tucking everything in and I'm moving forward. Okay, feet close together. We're going to do some circles with your feet close. I don't have them touching, but I have them less than shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to be doing circling. I'm going to circle in one direction, and then I'm going to pause and go in the other direction. So each time that we do the circling, it works your muscles in a different way depending on how far apart your feet are, if you have your knees bent. So all that plays a role in how it works your muscles. So just keep on circling. Okay, now we're going to be circling in the other direction, I'm doing about 20 circles. 20 circles. Okay, another balance move. The front foot's behind the back foot, and I'm just pushing my hips right and then left, right and then left. Now I'm switching to tucking. I'm tucking. I'm not going back and forth. I put my behind back a little bit and then I tuck it forward. The whole time, just think about your pelvic floor. Think about your core. Think about your glutes and engage all those muscles. Same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go side to side. And I have the front foot right behind the back foot. So we're just pushing our hips side to side. And then I'm going to start doing the tucks. We'll be tucking real soon. Okay, here comes the tucks. I'm sure you'll notice if you're on the rebounder, the difference that makes on the rebounder. And when you find yourself teetering a little bit, you have to engage your core muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. Everything has to be engaged to keep your balance. It's sort of like walking on a tightrope, but you have a little bit more of a rope. I guess I could put it that way. There we go, I'm just holding that. Coming with my hands above my head, my feet as far apart as I can, and I'm going to be doing circles. And I'm doing them very slow. And you can tell in my face when I'm doing it that I'm really concentrating and it's slow. And sometimes you'll notice it's easier on one side than the other. And that's true in any kind of a workout. You are stronger on one side than another. So these workouts help make your weaker side a little bit stronger. So just keep circling the hips and then tuck forward. Tuck forward. You have to be able to balance a little bit better with your arms above your head. Okay, now we're going to be circling the other direction. And it seems to work your core a little bit more with your arms above your head. Okay, your front foot's going to be behind your back foot like we did before, but this time I'm going to be in a semi-squat. I'm coming down a little bit and then I'm moving my hips right and then left, right and then left. I found during this that some of my muscles were trembling as I was trying to stay balanced on the rebounder. Now, if you have a lighter strength bungee cord than I do, it's going to be even more challenging than it is for me, because you're going to be standing on it and you're going to be down a little bit deeper, and that's going to throw you off a little bit more. So you'll have even a more challenging workout. Okay, now I'm coming down and I'm bending down and I'm going to touch the mat and I'm holding that. I'm still engaging my pelvic floor, and now I'm going to do a little pulsing. And I'm holding tight, like I'm holding back. Let's say I'm holding it back. If I have to urinate or whatever it is, you're holding it back. Say, hey, I can't wait. I got a few minutes before I can go. That's one of the only analogies I can think about when you're doing that. Engaging into your pelvic floor. Okay, now I'm on the other side, and we're going to do the same exact thing on this side. We're going to do a similar move that we did earlier in the video, but this time it's going to be more of a lunge. I have my toe pointed toward the side and I'm coming down farther, and I'm actually going more into a lunge, and I'm holding it a little bit longer, and I'm just really pushing down and engaging those muscles. now I'm gonna start holding that down a little bit longer. That one's just gonna be a little bit longer of engaging everything and then pulsing it. Then I'm gonna pulse it down. We've only got 3 minutes left, so we're getting to the end. Now I'm going to go to the other side. It's like, oh, I got to hold that back. Oh, I'm going to get down there and I'm just going to hold that. Like almost like your life depends on it. Just hold it. Or it's like somebody who arm wrestles and they have to keep that muscle engaged in order to win. If you want to be the one to win in an arm wrestling contest, that's what you do. And it's similar with these moves. Just, you have to think about it in your mind. And you have to keep your mind engaged too, as to what you're doing. Okay, I have to get in a couple extra tucks. I'm just tucking, and then I come in and tuck. I put my behind back, and then I tuck again. A little bit more tucking before we're done with this 24 minutes.